bitching, crying, pointing fingers. Shit. Champions, my ass.
Wake up on a morning, it's cold, it's wet, it's dark, you've got no cartilage in your knee, you've got shitty shorts, whatever it is that's the issue today. It's warm on the couch, your missus says stay in bed, it's comfy, it's cozy, you've got work later on, you had an argument last night, you're slightly hungover.
Keep talking, because I know every motherfucker ain't gonna do what I'm gonna do.
Getting up at 4 o'clock in the morning every day before anybody else and grounding my thought process in the no one will outwork me. No one. I love and I respect you guys. You motherfuckers won't outwork me.
People have this reoccurring nightmare that there's some thing, some force that's got a hold of them and it's holding them down and they can't break free. No matter what they do, they can't break free. Well, I'm here to tell you that thing in your nightmare, that thing that's holding you back, that thing that's dragging you down, that thing is you.
What's your secret about this? What's your secret about that? You don't want the fucking answer. The answer is, you see these fucking hands? Hard fucking work, man. It's not magic. You're gonna have to wake up and you're gonna have to sit there and say, fuck, today's gonna suck. And then when that day is over, you're gonna wake up again and say, fuck, the next day is gonna suck. And that's gonna be your life. Wake up every day, punch that mental time clock and say, this is gonna suck. People need to have purpose to get up. They need purpose to perform. You need to get to a point in your life where there's nothing on the docket. There is no 5K. There's no, I'm gonna get into school to be this or that and still perform to the highest level. Because what people don't get is one day that thing's gonna come up. And if you're not constantly performing without purpose, you're not gonna be ready when the time comes. But we don't take a second to realize the purpose is always there. The purpose never leaves us because the very purpose is you. You are always the purpose. That's the only purpose I fucking need. If you're trying to go to that uncommon amongst the uncommon place, it's a lonely motherfucker up there, man.
Your standard has to live inside of you. It has to be in your heart. It has to be in your blood, and it has to be in your soul, and it has to be the way that you live. You cannot live any other way if you want to be great. It's about how you move when no one's watching. It's about how you work when you're not going to get applause. It's not about what you do on Instagram. It's about what you do in reality. When the lights are off and everybody else has gone home and everybody else is taking a break and everybody else is just doing whatever they are going to do, what are you doing then? Because that's going to determine what your life outcome is.
When you want to succeed as bad as you want to breathe, then you'll be successful. You don't care what's on TV. You don't care about nobody calling you. You don't care about a party. The only thing you care about when you're trying to breathe is to get some fresh air. That's it. And when you get to the point where all you want to do is be successful as bad as you want to breathe, then you'll be successful.
I'm talking about a year, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, even a decade towards something you want so badly. You want it like oxygen. It's like you want it like you want to eat. You want it like you want to live.
Most people don't want to go to that extra mile. Most people don't want to find that extra because it sucks. It's miserable. It's lonely. And that used to hurt me growing up. Now I fucking thrive in that shit. That's the only place to be. I don't expect anybody to understand it, but 1%. The loud voices of this world are the 99% who don't understand exactly what you have to do. That's why when I speak and you don't understand me, it's probably a good thing. Because that probably means I'm in an area of life that you're not in.
The reason that mediocrity has been promoted very heavily is because they want you to be a victim. They want you to be helpless. They want you to think that the standard at which you are held in your external environment is excellence, and it's not. No great person that ever existed on the face of this earth ever became great by just living to the standard of the external environment of which they were required. The standards that are expected of you are not the standards that create greatness. It's about exceeding the external standards. It's the bare minimum to live up to what other people expect of you. And you will look crazy. You will look obsessed. You will look like you're doing things that are beyond the reasonable expectation. And that's because you are. Because greatness is rare. And when you're living to these other standards that people put on you, you have to understand that that's their ceiling. They're trying to get you to operate in a way that produces the result that they want. And you will never find someone who will hold you to the standard of greatness the way that you can. If you let their standards become your bar for success, you can never be great. You'll never find out what you're actually capable of. You will live an average life with an average income, and that might be okay for you. That might be what you want, but that's not going to create greatness. It's going to have to come from inside you. You have to understand that this is really what you're about, and it's really what you want, because nobody else is going to hold you to this. The ones that win, they do the shit that nobody asks them to do. And they don't do it because they're trying to produce a result for the person that's asking them to do things. They do it because they have an internal drive, an ambition, a hunger to be fucking great, to be better than everybody else. Your standard has to live inside of you. It has to be in your heart, it has to be in your blood, and it has to be in your soul, and it has to be the way that you live. You can't build power on borrowed discipline and borrowed expectations and the standards of others. You have to decide, what is it that I want? And then you have to set the bar so high that the world's expectations feel like a nap. Greatness does not come from doing what you're supposed to do. It also doesn't come from being like everybody else. It doesn't come from living the life that everybody else wants you to live. It comes from you deciding what you actually want and you saying, I am willing to do whatever the it takes to create that, no matter how hard, no matter how long, no matter what I have to go through, I will get there. And then on your day-to-day standard, you have to live to that in your actions. It's not enough to visualize. It's not enough to talk about it. It's not enough to post about it. You have to live it. If you want to be great, if you want to create big things, if you want to build awesome things, if you want to impact the world and you want to make money and you want to do everything that great people do, you have to understand that living to the standards of the expectations of other people will never get it done. You have to exceed those, and you can't just exceed them by a little bit. You have to exceed them by a gazillion miles, and you have to do that every motherfucking day. It has to be your identity.